welcome to Saluda, North Carolina.
Thank you.
And just I'll close it. Here you go. We are having a little bit of rain today, but you know what? We'll make the best of it. We are actually standing on one of the biggest reasons for its popularity. And that's the railroad tracks. Long before the railroad cut through the steep gorge along the river to what is now Saluda, North Carolina, there was Pace's Gap or Pace's Ridge located on Saluda Mountain. Pace's Gap was a crossroads for traders who carried goods and drove livestock along the path where the old Howard Gap wagon rode. Pace's Gap was home to a drover's inn run by the Pace family, which provided accommodations for weary travelers and provided pens and fences, areas to secure their livestock for the night.
When the first passenger train of the Asheville and Spartanburg Railroad chugged up the Saluda Grade on July the 4th, 1878, Pace's Gap was forever changed. By February 1981, the growth and prosperity of Pace's Gap had escalated to the point that it was chartered as the town of Saluda, named for Saluda Mountain, which is actually not a mountain but a group of mountains with the Saluda River at its foot.
I say we go down here and just work our way up the street. There's a train depot up there, some shops. There's Thompsons Grocery, Market and Grill. It says the oldest grocery store in North Carolina. Oh my goodness.
Since 1960, and then there's M.A. Pace.
Yeah, let's go over there.
Company general store, right?
But we're excited to be here and glad you guys have come along.
Yes.
This should be fun. It is pretty crowded.
Established 1881.
1881? This is here where the foothills end and the Blue Ridge begins. Look at those old pictures of it. Y'all can pause it and read it there if you'd like to.
The train pictures.
Little steam engine coming up the mountain. It's interesting because there's some good documentaries out there on YouTube about before diesel came along, they would have runaways. And you know, like on interstates, if you're coming down a mountain, there's runoffs for 18-wheelers. They had those for trains. Well, since 1899, M.A. Pace came general merchandise. Let's go. I don't know what it is. I love the smell inside of these places. You know?
Yeah, you do. Here's locally made rugs.
16 each. Neat. Oh, wow.
How are y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Hi.
Look up there, all the stuff.
Yeah.
Get your moon pie and RC Cola here.
Here's some Peeps, Mike, if you want to roast any of it.
No, I don't think so. What are these right here? Yeah, I mean, that's a bone for like a dog.
Yeah.
Look at that, that's cute. And they've got all of the jams and jellies, candies, a lot of the throwback candies, you know, you just can't get anymore.
Do you see all these coolers? The stuff is sitting on.
Oh, Dr. Pepper, that's neat, isn't it?
That's Pepsi Cola.
Yeah, let me
That's
show that one.
Coca-Cola.
Little Pepsi machine. The old Coke one right there. Look at all this stuff up here. You have to look up or you miss so much in here.
Look at this old radio.
Old pictures.
This peach cobbler looks really good.
Here's those mixes. Oatmeal raisin cookie, peanut butter chocolate jumbos.
A bunch of candy.
Throwback retro candies. There you guys up here. See?
These little games and stuff. There's Barbie paper dolls.
Are you kidding me?
I always loved paper dolls when I was little.
Pickled peaches. This buggy. Little umbrella on top of it up there. Look at that. Pure honey sourwood. All the candy bars. Over here you can get your potatoes, tomatoes. Okay, folks, so here at the general store with Tangi Morgan. And she's also the mayor of the town.
Yeah, certainly am.
And the great-granddaughter.
Yep, my great-granddaddy worked in here back in the teens and 20s. And then my daddy did up until he passed away last December. So we're taking it on and going to run it just like it's always been throughout my family. Actually, if you pan up, you can see that's got my it's 3 great-granddaddies in that one picture up top. A lot of the ad machines are still on the shelves. We've got, that one's probably 1800s, I'd say. Through the years, we've kind of changed and modernized. There's a lot of history in this building. We sell jams, jellies, a little bit of everything, but it's been here since the 1800s. And it's one of the cash registers was put in here in 1914, brand new, and then we've got another one that's probably 1800s. It's we still use the one from 1914 on occasion just to store stuff in. And kids, we have a lot of the school kids come through, and we'll give them a little history tour because we try to teach them about things, like the old scale that was put in here in 1901, and we try to. It's still certified every year, so.
How
it still weighs to the ounce. So
what about the floors?
Oh gosh, I remember them having to take everything out and then clean them, and it was almost like it would smell like a tar or something.
Oh yeah.
It was a real strong pungent.
Are these original floors?
They are original floors.
Okay,
and then we also, you can go on the other side, we still got the pot-bellied stove, and it's a coal burning stove, and they used to do that when we was a kid. We used to come in, and I always remember them trying to keep you away from it, and then,
Oh yeah.
You know how
it was hot, yeah.
Oh, it was always hot.
And the old timers would say, well, they got to touch it. They got to touch it one time before they know.
And they would still sit over there, and usually about 3 o'clock we'll have a couple of gentlemen come in, and they'll still sit back there, even though there's not a fire in it. They'll sit back there and talk politics and all.
Wow.
We still have charge accounts where, the parents will call me and they'll say, can such and such charge, but don't let them charge but so much, because you don't want them to get too crazy with it. But we still have charge accounts, and we just at Friday they'll come in and pay. So see, it's still a small town, even though it's kind of getting big, but it's still a good small town. Okay. Yeah, it's actually, they say it's the steepest standard mainline grade in the United States. Okay. And Captain Pearson, which was actually be my great uncle, was the engineer and the surveyor on the railroad. So you can tell it's a small town when you can to everybody. So you know how it is.
Yeah. Well, anything else about the store here you'd like to share?
Oh my goodness.
I know there's probably tons and tons.
I mean, there's tons of stories to tell. Pat Hingle used to, actually Pat Hingle, he was commissioner on Gunsmoke, and he was, commissioner on Batman, and he was on, But if you ever Google Pat Hingle, you'll know exactly who he is. Doug and Julie Williams off of Days of Our Lives, they had a summer house here. Perry Como had a summer house here. We've had a lot of different people throughout the years come to. Yeah. Wow. You never know who's going to walk in the door, or who you're going to get to meet. So you know. You never know. It's always interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thanks for stopping in. It was good seeing you.
It's nice
good
to
meeting
meet
you. You all take care and look around.
All right.
That's what made this
town. I have to say something about
Saluda.
People come here to be themselves and not reinvent themselves. They come here to be themselves.
Be themselves.
That's a good quote.
And that's what I seem to find. And people that don't understand the vibe of the people and the heart of the folks, they're usually gone within a couple of years. Either they get with the program and realize who the folks are, very giving, very philanthropic, and then they'll usually fall right in and are welcomed.
Sam, nice to meet you. We walked over to the other side over here. That was neat, talking to Tangi and Sam, wasn't it?
It was.
My goodness, the coal that's been through that thing. Look at that. Number 21. And the checkers are bottle caps, RC and Coca-Cola. And there's even an old spittoon down there. Look at that. This is a typical general store in many ways.
It is.
I mean, an old general store. Did you see these scales?
Their ice cream is, so you can sit here and eat it. Their ice cream is on this side too.
So, oh yeah.
Here's their ice cream. We'll get these paper dolls for me and our granddaughter to play when we have her.
Well,
We're going to play paper dolls.
Okay. Thank you, Tangi and Sam.
Yes.
Nice to meet you all. But over there is a place called, what is that, The Spot?
Yes. I think on the other side when we were driving through it says tacos and tequilas.
There you
It's
go.
called The Spot. Yeah.
What about that? We got to meet the mayor.
I know it.
Interesting. She was saying that there's been a couple movies filmed here.
One just came out like a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
so fairly recent.
So you may want to research that and check them out.
Yeah.
And there are restrooms right up there in that little red building. Azalea Bistro.
Doesn't look like it's open.
No,
They may be seasonal or something.
could be. We're here in the wintertime. Remember when? Let's look at this. Look at that alley back there. It's a back alley barn circa 1913.
Oh, I wonder what that is.
We better walk back there, hadn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go back and see.
Got outdoor eating area.
Yeah.
Ward's Grill and Fountain Service. Open.
Saturday, 7 to 3.
I want to go in here.
What is this,
Historic
Thompsons?
Thompsons Meat and Groceries, 1890.
Okay.
Home of Charlie's famous sausage.
Coffee to go, now available. Follow us on Facebook. This is the oldest grocery in North Carolina, 1890. We're going in the oldest grocery. Look at that Saluda poster. Oh, okay.
Oh, this first store in North Carolina?
Yeah. And B-Man. It's the honey and stuff, isn't there? Mm-hmm. The Food Times roll. You got Captain Crunch down there. Deli meats. Oh yeah, you can get cheese. Diner side here. Cam's grabbing a menu. They've got hamburger, cheeseburger, hot dogs, steak chops, hot roast pork, ham and eggs, and ham and cheese. They got quite a bit.
This is Ward's
Yeah,
that we just passed. They're connected.
It's connected with it, yeah.
Yeah.
This is Heartwood. Looks like I'm not neat things in there.
Heartwoodsaluda.com is their website. Here's the purple onion,
Yeah.
which a lot of people recommend.
Saturday, 11 to 3 and 5 to 9. Here's the Saluda Police. And City Hall.
Mayor's office. This is where Tangi comes.
City Jail as needed. There it is. There's your place right there.
Food and shops this way.
Yeah. There's the Wakey Monkey. The old building right here.
Yeah. All these little, look at that tree. All these little back areas and eating areas are so neat.
Sit right up there. Green
That's
River
Green
Road
River.
Depot.
Yeah.
Open 8 a.m. to 2. I guess they're about ready to close, aren't they? National Register of Historic Places.
I won't go in here because
Okay.
we heard they have salmon rolls.
I'm so Saluda. the shop, huh?
Yeah.
Over here. What all they got up there?
You get coffee and chai.
Y'all can pause that if you want to see.
They have something called a chocolate croissant. Do you want anything?
I don't think so.
Hi, I'm going to get a cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon roll?
Yeah.
Would you like cream cheese icing with that?
Yes.
Is that all for yours?
Uh-huh.
Total is $4.80.
This is a wakey monkey. Saluda purple onion there. Just met some really nice folks that are part of our channel in there from Henderson, North Carolina.
Hendersonville, wasn't it? Or Henderson?
I'm not sure there's any difference.
Hendersonville, I think.
But they're very kind. They had seen us and came over and found us and said hi, and that was
Yes.
awesome.
Uh-huh.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
This
Nice
is
to meet you all.
yeah. Here's a studio gallery. It's raining cats and dogs now. You can see here is the historic district, depot, visitor center, gallery, studio.
There's a museum. There's visitor
Let's
center.
go in the visitor center.
Okay. Hi.
Hello, anybody home?
We are.
The friendliest town in America, isn't it?
Well, they're sort of closed up this time of year.
So you from here in the town?
Yeah,
Angie told us to come back in the summer, too.
yeah, the summer's really busy.
Yeah. We always like to stop in the visitor center. Okay, so the interesting things you find out in the visitor center is not always on the walls. We met a young lady who's working there. The depot is closed,
Yes.
the train depot. Well, it's one of the places we go. She said, I'll take you in there. But we're going to go down and try to eat at the Purple Onion, and then come back and she's going to take us for a little tour inside the depot.
So it was worth saying out loud.
Yeah, let's go to the Purple Onion. Look at those desserts.
Wow. White chocolate bread pudding. Look
Yeah.
at that cheesecake, lemon pie.
That looks yummy, doesn't
It
it?
does. I'm holding it back with the cinnamon
Cranberry
roll in it.
pecan. How cool. What a neat place.
Hi. Yes, please.
Okay, so she's taking us out here where it's a little bit quieter. We didn't even look at the menu yet, and Karen is.
I just want to see what my cinnamon roll looks like.
Let me get down here to it. Look at that thing. That's from the Wakey Monkey.
Yeah.
Look at this bottle of water they bring you.
Thank you, Mr. Friday.
Wonder if that's straight out of the creek.
Or their starter. They even have Southern Caviar.
Oh boy.
Oh, you know what Southern Caviar is? New York white cheddar pimento cheese, peppers, pickles, mustard, and on a crostini. That does sound like Southern Caviar. It's not real caviar.
They've got tons of stuff. So what we're gonna recommend you do is go
Sandwiches, pizza.
to their website or Facebook. It's called the Purple Onion, Saluda, North Carolina, and this is the lunch. You can see there. So many choices on the menu,
Yeah.
but we wanted to get something where can't eat it all, which we probably can't. We're gonna stick it in the van. We need it later.
Yeah, so we ordered a 12-inch pizza, their pepperoni.
All right, the pizza is here.
Yes.
But Karen wanted to show you her bracelet.
Yes, my youngest sister Wendy got me this for Christmas and my birthday. It's a bracelet with big T's face and has big T on it and a heart over here and a paw. Yeah,
Let's take a look at this. Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
it does look good.
Would you play it up here for me? There you go. Here goes the taste test.
Do you want to put any Parmesan on it?
I think that's good. Good stuff. You can tell the bread is homemade.
Russ, we need to do cheers.
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 A very, very nice restaurant. Very friendly staff.
Yes,
And the food was really good.
and the desserts look amazing.
Yeah, we'll have to come back here sometime and try some dessert.
Unless you want to get one to go.
All right, here we come. All right, on our way back up to the depot in the flooding waters. That was 1841 before the tip.
Here's our tour guide.
Yes. Thank you.
I have to unlock and turn the alarm off, so if you give me a minute.
Just stand at that first door right
Okay.
there.
All right. 1879. I think the depot was moved here. I'm not sure where from.
We'll get ready to find out.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Now, what was your name again?
Nita High.
Nita High. Has led us in here to the train depot, and you're going to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, this is a model of the Saluda Grade. As it looked in the 50s.
Okay.
And this is the town of Saluda. This is where this building originally sat. And it was moved in 1984
Okay.
to this location, which is right here next to the library.
What was the percent? 5% climb?
About a 5% climb in places on the grade.
And the old steam engines, they had runoffs. I was telling people, right here looks like a runoff right here.
Yeah, that's safety track number 1. And the second one is down at Melrose Junction. And these were put in 1903 after that accident up there.
This one
Over here.
right here. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my
And the
goodness.
engineer, everybody had jumped off, and the engineer was the last to jump off, and he broke his back, and he was in Mission Hospital, and came up with the idea of the safety runoff tracks. And the Southern Railroad really liked that idea at that time, and so they jumped in and put these in before the year was out. That accident happened in August.
Okay. And then they started using diesels with the dynamic braking that
That
helped
was
throughout.
that was sort of in the 50s. That came along in
Okay.
the 50s. So that was like 50 years later.
So which side was the steepest, coming up or going down over here on this side?
This part of the grade is where they had the most trouble coming up this way and rounding the curve and coming into town. They would usually stall out right in here.
Right in this area. Okay.
And that's the ghost train. We like to tell the story of the ghost train around October.
Oh, okay. The ghost train. I see it there.
The building was built in 1903, moved here in 1984, and it was more or less given to the town as long as they would move it.
Stopboard number
Most
2.
of the things in the museum were donated to us by either train enthusiasts or people who live here. The railroad stopped running in 2001.
Oh, it's been over 20 years since it's...
Yeah, and the talk now is to make it a rails to trail, but they,
Mayor was telling us.
yeah, and
Tangy.
they've got a lot of money to raise in order to do that. State, back in the 1800s, decided that in order to get it done, they were going to have some people to work, and so they just took them out of the local penitentiary.
I saw that it says convicts.
Yeah, and put them to work.
Says over 400 laborers, mostly convicts, lost their lives building the railroads across the Blue Ridge.
Right. There were convicts that died along this rail between Tryon and here. They used cadaver dogs to find the bodies. Recently, that always amazed me, that a cadaver dog could still find the graves of those convicts. And
And this was recently?
yeah, this has just been in the last few years. But
And then this was the ticket booth.
This is the ticket office. This is the china that was used on the dining car. One of our big supporters has loaned this to us. His name is Bo Brown, and he's from Traveler's Rest. and he gave us this. This is all the menus from the, and it's kind of interesting to look at, from the dining cars. Mm-hmm. A recent donation, which is a telegraph. You want to try it? Women are better at it than men. There you go.
You did it.
All right, and an A dot and a long, hold it long, a dash. There you go.
Beautiful. Look at that. It worked. So it was this wreck right here
Yeah.
that the safety runoff tracks came out of this. It's amazing how back then they could still get these big old heavy steam locomotives and move all that stuff around.
And all Saluda was just a drover's trail. And they actually drove turkeys through here. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Oh, you're
We
welcome.
appreciate you allowing us to come in here and see this.
Well, you're welcome. We're glad to have you.
Thank you. And thanks again, Nita,
Yes.
for showing us around in the depot. That was
In the museum, that was great.
Look there. You know who that is over there? That's Thomas.
Thomas the Train.
Look back. It's Saluda Depot. Yeah, this is town.
You know, Saluda, the name Saluda just sounds like you would go, Saluda. You know, like
Yeah.
you're saying salute or something.
It does. There's one last look at the grade starting down the hill.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us here in Saluda, North Carolina.
Yeah.
It's been a neat adventure despite the rain. Still talk to the mayor and talk to the friendly folks around here.
They're real friendly.
Yes.
Great town to visit here in
Yes.
western North Carolina. And you want to come and check it out for sure. Lots of history. We didn't
Yes.
even touch the surface
No.
with the train and all that.
Right.
But great places to eat. Old general store.
Yes, the old Thompsons Grocery Store, the oldest grocery store in North Carolina. I haven't even tasted of my cinnamon roll yet.
And then the paste store, general store. That was awesome.
Yes, absolutely. So that's going to do it for us here in Saluda. Saluda.
Saluda, that's what Karen said it sounds like. Y'all see the town back there behind us?
Yes, Saluda, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yes,
We are Fridays.
forever.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.